Daily Gospel Reflection at Reihna Rosary Mission Hospital, prepared by Sister Bakita from Mark 1 verses 40 to 45. Jesus cleanses the leper. Today's Gospel presents one of the most tender and challenging encounters in the ministry of Jesus. A man suffering from leprosy approaches him, kneels, and says with disarming honesty, "If you wish, you can make me clean." Moved with compassion, Jesus stretches out his hand, touches him, and says, "I do will it. Be made clean." Immediately, the leprosy leaves him. This gospel is not only about physical healing, it is about dignity restored, barriers broken, and compassion made visible. First reflection on the statement, "If you wish," as the courage to hope. The leper comes to Jesus carrying more than a disease. He carries rejection, isolation, shame, and years of being treated as untouchable. Yet he still hopes. He does not demand healing. He entrusts himself to the freedom and mercy of Jesus. In real life, especially in a healthcare setting like Reihna Rosary Mission Hospital, many people arrive with this same silent prayer in their hearts. If you wish, if you care, if you see me, I can be helped. Patients come not only with diagnoses, but with fear of death, fear of stigma, fear of being a burden, fear of not being understood. This gospel invites every health worker to recognize that hope itself is already a form of healing, and it must be protected and nurtured. Second point, Jesus was moved with compassion as the heart of healing. Before Jesus heals, he is moved. Compassion is not an afterthought, it is the source of his action. The Greek word used here implies a deep, gut-level stirring. Jesus does not heal from a distance. He allows himself to be affected. In a hospital environment, routines can become heavy, workloads overwhelming, and compassion can quietly be replaced by efficiency. This gospel reminds us that true healing begins when the heart is involved. At Reihna Rosary Mission Hospital, compassion may look like listening patiently when time feels scarce, speaking gently to a patient who is anxious or uncooperative, treating every person, regardless of status or diagnosis, as sacred. Clinical excellence saves lives, but compassion restores humanity. Third point, Jesus touched him as a way of breaking the wall of exclusion. This is the most shocking part of the gospel. Jesus touches the leper. According to the law, this should make him ritually unclean. But instead of uncleanness spreading to Jesus, wholeness flows to the man. Jesus shows us that love is not afraid of contamination. Mercy is not weakened by closeness. In fact, distance dehumanizes, but touch heals. In healthcare today, leprosy takes many forms: HIV and AIDS, mental illness, disabilities, chronic and terminal conditions, poverty and abandonment. The temptation is to label, avoid, or reduce people to their conditions. This gospel challenges health workers, administrators, superiors, chaplains, cleaners, and any caregivers alike. Do we touch lives with respect, or do we keep a safe emotional distance? Fourth point, be made clean as a healing beyond the body. Jesus does not only remove a disease, he restores the man to community. The command to show himself to the priest is a pathway back to society, worship, and belonging. In hospitals, discharge summaries and lab results matter, but so does restoring a person's sense of worth. Healing is incomplete if the body improves, but the person leaves feeling unseen, ashamed, or hopeless. Every act of care at Reihna Rosary Mission Hospital participates in Christ's mission when it helps patients rediscover their value, their place in community, their dignity as children of God. This gospel speaks directly to us. When we feel tired, Jesus reminds us why we began. When compassion feels costly, Jesus shows that love always risks something. When systems fail, Jesus shows that one merciful gesture can change a life. We may not cure every disease, but we can always communicate compassion. In doing so, we become the hands Christ still stretches out today. Have a blessed day ahead.